Ali, there is a Deepali, there is a problem in your mic. There is a lots of disturbance coming from your side. Please mute yourself. So in earlier classes, we have completed different aspects of mobile as cloud computing, mobile computing. You have learned everything. And I expect from you that all of you are going through what I have taught. So is there any confusion? Have I asked you to go through some concept and then come back with some answer? You can respond in chat also. If you have problem with your mic, you can respond in chat. Okay. So let us, I'm sharing my screen. So I will start with cloud computing class. Today I have another class of mobile computing also. This is technologies for network-based system. There are different technologies that are available for a network-based system. These technologies I have divided in two parts as per your syllabus. I have made the division and I have divided it in two parts, part 1 and part 2. So scalable computing over internet. Let us go through the meaning of scalable computing. Instead of using a centralized computer to solve computational problem, a parallel and distributed computing system use multiple computers to solve large-scale problems over the internet. Thus, distributed computing becomes data-intensive and network-centric. High-performance computing HPC application is no longer optimal for measuring system performance. The emergence of computer. First of all, I will go through this and then I will explain. The emergence of computing clouds instead demands high throughput computing built with parallel and distributed technologies. If you my screen is now visible or not? Rituparna?
No, ma'am, your screen is just, it's written, you are sharing the screen, but no other data is visible.
Okay. Wait, let me share my screen again. Is it visible now? No.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible now.
Okay. So let us start again. Now, is it clear? Scalable computing over the internet.
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we will learn about technologies for network-based system. Part 1. I have divided the class, divided it in two parts since there are several technologies which you need to go through. And this is a definition of scalable computing over the internet. What is the meaning of scalable computing? Scalable computing means when you can expand your network, when you can add more features to the network, and like instead of using a centralized computer to solve computational problems, a parallel and distributed computing system uses multiple computers to solve large-scale problems over the internet. Thus, distributed computing becomes data-intensive and network-centric. Why it is data-intensive? Well, because there is complexity in data. And why it is network-centric? Because expansion of network is required, and also network expansion is one of the major factors. Scalable computing, wait, let me write something. Scalable computing can be written as, there are two types. One is HPC and another is HTC. It can be, so there are two divisions of, we can say, scalable computing. So if I am talking about scalable computing, I can find out that this scalable computing can be divided into two parts. Am I clear? There are two portions. One is HPC and another is HTC. So these are two parts of scalable computing. What does HPC means? HPC means high performance computing, and HTC is another type of computing. High performance computing, all of you have seen, and high performance computing is, we can say that, is it visible whatever I am writing? Are you able to see?
This one is visible.
Okay. High throughput computing. So these are two parts of scalable computing, HPC and HTC. Okay. Now let us go back. If you are not able to view my screen, then please tell me at that moment. I will stop and then I will again start sharing. High performance computing application is no longer optimal for measuring system performance. The emergence of computing clouds demands high throughput computing systems built with parallel and distributed computing technologies. So there are different technologies which are emerging from cloud computing. One is high throughput computing. Anyone of you remember what is the definition of high throughput? What is the definition of throughput? What is the definition of throughput?
I guess throughput was the ratio where we evaluate.
No, when it is the time taken from a process to submission of the process till it gives the result. It is that time, that when the process completes its execution. Throughput time, the time which a process takes to complete its execution. So high throughput computing means high speed computing where the machines will work fast. It will give instant result without any delay.
No, it will include the waiting time also, right?
Yes, it will include the waiting times also, because it may not happen that the process gets continuous time. Maybe the process is allocated out to waiting queue, then again in ready
Yes,
queue.
yes.
These things are
Ready
done
to
as per the
enter.
algorithms, which
Okay.
we have already covered when I have taught you operating system. So it
Yes, ma'am.
include all those types. These days it is the age of internet computing, where billions of people use the internet every day. As a result, supercomputer sites and large data centers must provide high performance computing services to huge number of internet users concurrently. Because of this high demand, the LINPACK benchmark for HPC, high performance computing application, is no longer optimal for measuring system performance. Now this term is new LINPACK benchmark. What is LINPACK benchmark? Please find out yourself. Please try to find out yourself what is LINPACK benchmark. It is a benchmark for which is used in high performance computing, where it is measured that whether the system is providing the optimal performance for measuring system or not. Now just go to high performance computing. High performance computing must generally refers to the practice of aggregating computing power in a way that delivers much higher performance than one could get out of a typical desktop computer or workstation in order to solve large problem in science, engineering or business. What does it mean? High performance computing, we aggregate computing power. It means we can say that they are emerging as complex system. High performance computing is emerging as complex systems in order to solve large problems in science, engineering or business. Now there are three key components. Actually, there are several components of high performance computing. These are just three features: compute, network, storage. Let me draw one diagram of this, then you will be able to understand. Wait. Now, let me draw something. It is the representation of how HPC is shown. You can say this is high performance, or in short we can write HPC, which is, we can say, complex system. Also self-organization, it is one of the feature. Self-organization, how different things are organized, that is one of the features, self-organization. Now within this it encompasses several features. What are the several features? Let me draw something more. Here you will write. Bolo.
ম্যাম বলছি মানে এটা আপনি সার্কেল দিয়ে ডিনোট করছেন, তার মানে কি এটা মানে সাবসেট, ব্যাপারটাকে ভাবা যেতে পারে এইভাবে?
Under means high performance computing serves these all comes under high performance computing.
High performance computing. Okay.
These are the features, or these are the aspects which are covered. Yes.
Aspects.
These are different aspects. Networks.
Different aspects of it.
বললাম না যেটা এটা একটু কমপ্লেক্স।
Yes ma'am, হ্যাঁ।
তো তাই জন্য কি কি আছে
ড্রয়িং করেই রাখছি কপিতে, ওই জন্য জিজ্ঞেস করলাম।
হ্যাঁ, ওটা আমি করছি, টাইম লাগছে।
না ম্যাম, ইটস ওকে, আপনি টাইম নিন।
না একটু আমরা তো বোর্ডেতে ইউজ টু, তাই জন্য একটু টাইম লাগে আর কি।
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, বোর্ডে কোথায় কোথায়
হ্যাঁ, ডিফারেন্স প্ল্যাটফর্ম। Evolution and adaptation. So this is the feature of evolution and adaptation. And now another. Pattern formation. So pattern formation is also a feature. Wait. This also another feature is we can say another feature is game theory. Game theory, it is one of the part of AI where large problems are being given. So it requires high performance computing feature. There are some more features. Systems theory. Systems theory. It is related with the working of the operating systems. So these are different factors or different important factors of high performance computing. Let me go back to the previous screen. So it is mentioned that there are 3 components of high performance solution: compute, network, and storage. You have already seen different features in this. So let's go to next slide. Already it is drawn. It is a much complex diagram than I have drawn. See, there are different subsets: supercomputing, high performance computing is so powerful that it contains supercomputing as a subset. What comes under supercomputing? Renewable energy, intelligence, scalable graph theory, material designs, example, nanoscale. Also, remote observation. All these are features of supercomputing. High performance computing covers all the features of supercomputing. Also, data center and network design apart from or additionally apart from all the features of supercomputing, high performance computing has some other features also, like data centers and network design optimization, machine learning and deep learning, high frequency trading, high performance data analysis, genomics, personalized medicine, autonomous vehicle. These are some other features of high performance computing. Now, high performance computing is itself a subset of technical computing, which covers all the feature of high performance computing as well as supercomputing. So what are the features of technical computing? Medical devices, Internet of Things. These are the part of technical computing. Also, all the features that are covered by supercomputing as well as high performance computing. Use of high performance computing. So it is necessary for us to understand where the high performance computing is being used. They are used in financial services, being used to monitor real-time stock trends and automate trading. HPC is having a good impact over share market. Financial services, it is talking about real-time stock trends. Why for real-time stock trend high performance computing is required? Because when we are talking about stock trends, we are talking about huge amount of data that is required to process. So high performance computing is required. And automate trading, when in share market several share market several tradings are performed, so it require automatic training to fasten the system so that it works fastly. Now, research labs. HPC is used by scientists to find sources of renewable energy, create new materials, make prediction about storms, and study the evolution of universe. HPC is also being used by researchers in geology, social media, brain imaging, semantics, economics, genomics, and even in music. So high performance computing is having its contribution in having a significant significant contribution in research also. Healthcare. HPC is being used by healthcare specialists to cure diseases such as diabetes and cancer for more accurate and faster diagnosis of patients. Patients are diagnosed very fast with the help of high performance computing. Several imaginary systems. Imaginary means which works on images. Those systems, they require huge amount of processing power, which is provided by high performance computing only. So HPC is having a huge impact on healthcare. Now, entertainment industry. Professionals in the media and entertainment industry use high performance computing to edit feature films, stream live events, and render special graphics, render special effects. Whenever some graphics processing is required, then also that requires high performance computing power, which is the need of entertainment industry. Oil and gas. With the help of high performance computing system, one can identify where to drill for new wells. It helps businesses increase production from existing wells. From how does high performance computing is beneficial for oil and gas? Anyone, can they explain how it is affecting or it is useful for oil and gas?
It might be that previous data contents will help us to calculate and know the exact location where to reach as we as we reach inside the core of the earth. I may say that.
Yes,
Like
but
exact locations.
exact location can be found out, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, satellite takes images, so these images need to be processed by some technology, by some computing, which requires intensive or huge amount of data and processing power, which is provided by high performance computing. So oil and gas, they are underground resources. When satellite takes images, they are processed by high performance computing, and new sources of oil and gas are found out. Machine learning and artificial intelligence. High performance computing can be used to improve cancer screening methods. Again, high resolution resolution images are being scanned, and with the help of high performance computing, we can find out the use, or it has the usages machine learning and artificial intelligence also. Detecting and improving cancer screening method is just one of the examples. Now we come to high throughput computing. What is high throughput computing? High throughput computing, HTC, is a computer science term to describe the use of many resources over a long period of time to accomplish a computational task. If the definition is not clear, I will explain. The high throughput computing community, however, it is not connected about operations per second, but rather operation per month or per year. So what is the judging criteria, deciding criteria? Operation per month or per year. Therefore, HTC is more interested in how many jobs can be computed over a long period of time instead of how fast. So high throughput computing emphasizes on the number of jobs that are processed over a time. It doesn't give emphasis on the speed of the task. Use of high throughput computing. High throughput computing is an efficient and effective way to solve many research problems by breaking the problems into numerous small independent tasks or independent subtasks and distributing work across a grid of many computers. HTC is a complement to supercomputing and is particularly well suited to application in which there is much data to be analyzed but little need of communication, such as data mining, molecular docking, etc. What is the meaning of molecular docking? What is the meaning of molecular docking? It is a new term, isn't it? Write it down in your notebook, molecular docking, and then I will ask this question in my next cloud computing class. So all of you will give answer.
Basically, is it a kind of any model?
The model?
Molecular docking is it a kind of any model like we are virtually making any model to? Is it? I'm not sure about it. I was just asking. Okay, next day I will give that.
Yes, please find it out and then we will study. All of you, those who are attending the class, they will try to find it out.
What is if we are asked to compare HTC and HPC?
Yes, HPC and HTC, they can be compared also. Which one is better? What is the use of HTC at one time and what is the use of HTC at another time? Or where HPC used and where HPC is used? That all of you need to study further. Means I am giving you the topic, I am introducing the topic, and please all of you.
Yes, ma'am. We'll take it down in our
yes, in next class we will discuss.
Okay.
This is the comparison of HPC and HTC. Both of them high performance. See, one, it is written capability, though C stands for computing, but remembers that the high performance capability and high throughput capacity. High performance capability is fine-grained. Applications are many node. Applications are carried out in many node. Few concurrent runs. Concurrency is less. Also high interconnect use. High throughput capacity is coarse-grained. Applications, single node, many concurrent runs, no interconnect use. These are the features of high throughput capacity. You can find out that there is a difference. Earlier when I was explaining high throughput compute, high performance capability, I have explained that it is about speed, how fast the process is being executed and the result is obtained. But in case of high throughput computing, I said that it is more concerned about how many number of processes or how many processes are successfully completed its execution in a certain time, rather than the process will take each process will take how much time to complete. It is more concerned about the number of processes that completed a job in, say, 1 month or some time period. So high throughput applications are single node, many concurrent runs, no interconnect or use. This is the difference. Technologies for network-based system. There are different technologies: multi-core CPU and multi-threading technology, GPU computing. GPU computing is a new term for you. GPU computing to exascale and beyond. These are different technologies which we will explain in detail. Memory, storage and wide area networking, virtual machine and virtualization middleware. Cloud computing is based on virtualization. Sorry. All the features of cloud computing is based on virtualization. So emphasis is given on virtualization and virtualization machines. So that is important. Now data center virtualization for cloud computing. What is the or how the data center virtualization is being done, that is important. Now, multi-core CPU and multi-threading technologies. Consider the growth of component and network technologies over the past 30 years. They are crucial to the development of HPC and HTC systems. Today, advanced CPUs or microprocessor chips assume a multi-core architecture with dual, quad, 6 or more processing cores. Processor speed growth is plotted. Here we can find out the processor speed speed growth also. So processor speed growth is plotted in the upper curve. We will find out a figure where the processor speed growth is curved. This is the diagram where we have shown the processor speed. CPU speed is shown, and these are the years. Sorry. As the years progressing, you can see that CPU speed has increased. Watch out the data of 2011 and watch out the data of 1978. There is a huge difference. Also Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet, this is about different technologies that were evolving over last 33 years or so. So this is the diagrammatic representation. Here what is written, as figure shows, Moore law has proven to be pretty accurate in this case. The clock rate for these processors increased from 10 megahertz for Intel 286 to 4 gigahertz for the Pentium 4 in 30 years. Okay, so in the next class, we will study the remaining technologies. Up to this, is there any confusion? Anyone want to ask anything? Any questions from anyone? Okay. So since there is no question, can I end the class? We have another class also, mobile computing, in the evening also, or maybe in the afternoon. So see you at that time. Okay.